Meet me. Welcome back, boys, to another episode of Should You Pull? The banner's just refreshed. So today we're going to be talking about Iseria, Melissa, Ruele, and of course, the newest addition, Inferno Khawazu. So, let's go top to bottom. So first, Iseria, should you pull? Probably not. A lot of people are a fan of this hero, but she's practically non-existent in the RTA meta. In Guild Wars and Arena Offense, she's fine, but largely outdated. She used to be huge back in the day because of her S2 and because her and Tamarin were so strong together. So Tamseria was a staple in Guild Wars offense and Arena offense, but this was ages ago. Very few people still use that team. But for PvE, if you guys are really struggling in PvE and you have Tamarin and you're struggling with some Abyss floors, Tamseria is still very powerful in a lot of Abyss floors. The fact that she can reset Tamarin right off the bat and you could just start her S3 spam, Tamseria really does trivialize a lot of the hardest Abyss floors. So if you're really struggling on Abyss and you really want to clear it and you have some extra resources, she might be what you need actually. But if you're trying to get ahead in PvP and you're wondering if you could use her there, the answer is most likely not. Although a few people troll for her and you can build her quite tanky and fast and hard hitting, but in general, there's too many better heroes out there. So I haven't seen her once in Legend RT, I'll tell you that much. But overall, pretty good hero. But if you're resource starved and with the collabs coming, probably a skip. Melissa's a lot easier. You know me, I'm all about straight honesty, and I'm just going to tell you that you should skip this hero. Back in the day, some people did used to use her a little bit, particularly on Guild Wars offense, because she's actually very good against Riolet, and when Riolet first came out, he was just on every single Guild Wars defense, and people were trying to figure out how to deal with him. People largely don't struggle with Riolet defenses anymore, but because she dispels all busts from the enemy before attacking, she was able to just straight up strip his evasion and then one-shot him. And you put her on like Oath Key or something, and she straight up couldn't miss. So yeah, she was a very good Riolet one-shotter, but in RTA, she's kind of a liability. Guild Wars offense, if you're really struggling with Riolets, maybe, but there's just other options, just Crow Horse him or something. It's not really worth, risking going to pity for this hero. So I would say where Iseria is a maybe if you're trying to do PvE, Melissa is just a straight up skip in any kind of content. So that's the regular RGB banners. Now let's talk about the Mystic banners. So Ruele of Light. A lot of you might have gotten this from the free ML5. She's still a very powerful ML5. She is drafted semi-regularly in RTA, not nearly as much as she used to be, where she was in like every single match because she was broken. A lot of the things that changed with Ruele was that stall comps became a little bit less viable with Battle Frenzy ramping up faster, and the fact that there's just so many hard-hitting heroes now like S10A and Landy, where Ruele literally cannot keep up with her single target heals. But in the right draft, she is still extremely powerful. So if you don't have her, it's definitely worth going for her because she trivializes Guild Wars offense. If you're willing to deal with slow, boring-ass arena offense teams, she's also very strong in arena offense, although you're going to have really long, tedious matches, so I don't recommend it. But Guild Wars offense, very strong. Guild Wars defense, still viable. RTA, definitely, maybe not S tier, but a strong A tier, a decent pocket pick. Usually like a 4 or 5 pick if the enemy didn't draft much damage and you want to punish them for that by saying, hey, you didn't draft enough DPS, now you got to ban my Ruele or you will literally never kill anything. So definitely a great unit to pull for, although I would suggest waiting for a better rotation because Bellona and Merciless Glutton, probably easy skips. Now Inferno Khawazu, hard to say, right? New hero, not many people have play tested him. My initial impression is that he's going to be quite meta and he's going to be very devastating. His kit is just insane. I would watch my hero preview video if you want to see more commentary on Infernal Khawazu and my thoughts on him. But I think this ability is insane because a lot of the units in the RTA meta right now have AoE attacks, right? And when you AoE attack him, he basically full cleanses himself and gives himself vigor, which gives him increased attack and defense that can't be dispelled. It also heals him and gives him a CR push, and then he can basically push up to the front and punch someone in the face. And, you know, we all learned from Carrot how strong burns hurt, right? And he's basically giving himself an attack buff to burns, and he has this thing as well, where he can just basically do the Carrot thing, where he can burn you and then detonate it immediately. And look at this, it even ignores effect resistance, so even things like 200 ER Ruels, they're very liable to get punched in the face. Now I think the big question here is, how will you build him? Because he is an ML4, so his stat line is going to be a little bit weaker. So we'll see if they kind of balance him by making him hard to build tanky and hit hard at the same time while being fast. I sincerely hope so, because if he can be tanky and still one-shot things while being fast, I think this will be one of the most broken heroes in the game. So I suspect that he will be quite hard to build. Now, the real question here is this, though. If you have Ruele, do you pull on this Mystic to get Infernal Khawazu? Absolutely not. Never do that. Never do that. Unless you're like really trying to get Legend and you're trying to just go for broke this season, I mean, that's just a dumb move. Because what are you going to do? Like, there's no pity for an ML4, and you already have Ruele. What if you pull her, reset your pity and stuff? As a general rule of thumb, if you have the ML5, you never, ever pull for the ML4 on the banner. And who knows, maybe we'll get a free like swap later in the future for something dumb. Like, remember when they gave us a CDOM ML selector because people complained about her skill description, even though everyone knew what CDOM did for like 2 years? So just wait. Wait and hope that you get it from a random galaxy summon. Absolutely do not pull for Infernal Khawazu if you have Ruele already. But if you don't have Ruele, you really can't lose here. No matter what you get, you're going to get a top tier hero. So for everyone who doesn't have Ruele, pull, pull, pull. You won't regret it. Although I would say, what's the next one? Definitely wait for next week at a minimum, because I'd say Vivian and RNL are much better than Bellona and Merciless Glutton. And wait even more if after this it's something even better. Like, let's say it's Alexa's and Crow or something. That's definitely better than any of these two banners. So anyways, I hope that answered all your guys' questions about this banner. If you do decide to pull on any of these, best of luck. Summary, PvE yes, PvP no, no, absolutely no. Ruele, yes. Infernal Khawazu, yes, only if you don't have Ruele. If you do have Ruele, no. So anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more Should You Pull videos. Until next time, peace out, boys.